Well, voters are intelligent enough, and Himachal and Haryana are almost a twin state, and then voter of Haryana could see through what has happened in Himachal, what promises they made, the Congress has made, and how miserably they failed to fulfill their promises, and how the state has gone bankrupt. And today, in the times of WhatsApp and social media, people watch more social media than even the reading newspaper, and then they know what is happening in Karnataka or the Telangana for that regard. But that point aside, I reiterate again that it is the continuation of the good work which people vote for, and then people believe in promises made by the party which is already there and has done work on ground. And also I add to that is ultimately the Panna Pramukh, the Tridev of the party system, which no other party has. It is because of Amit Shah ji that the infrastructure of this level has been built countrywide, and then each polling booth has Panna Pramukh, and I'm again saying I'm going through the Gulistan Facebook.
Panna Pramukhs are the winners. Siddharth, you have a point. You have more data coming in. What's the data?
So we'll wait and see if these numbers hold, Navika. But of the 47 seats that the Bharatiya Janata Party is currently leading in Haryana as per the Election Commission trends, they're leading by a margin of more than 2,000 votes in 30 out of those 47 seats.
Which is stupendous performance.
Fourth and fifth and sixth round in multiple constituencies.
Out of 16, 17. We are about 30%.
Yeah, almost. And as far as the Congress party is concerned, they're leading in 35 constituencies right now. And the margin of lead of more than 2,000 votes for the Congress is in 25 out of 35 constituencies. So these numbers might fluctuate, right? The runaway winner as of this juncture is from Firozpur Jhirka, not a surprise, Maman Khan, from the Mewat area. He is already leading by 39,142.
So, New Congress is taking all three. New Congress is taking all three.
But
New Congress is leading
let me tell you that Karnal has 5 assembly constituencies. That was Manohar Lal Khattar's constituency, and in all 5, the BJP is leading. So if anybody was thinking that this is anti-incumbency and Khattar has been a problem for Haryana, well, it's certainly
Can I just amplify one thing, Navika, because you will find this analysis. What is happening? You have a swing. You've had a counter swing against the voluble and the loud assertion that Jats are coming back to power. That is when I say that I'm talking about the OBCs. Jats are 27%. You've had a counter swing in the last minute. And you've had that happening because what was the social equation for the Modi era? It was non-Jat ko banaya, Khattar ko banaya. That is what is happening according to me, if I'm trying to understand.
And then the sidelining of Kumari Shelja has that also added to this counter-Jat mobilization.
When I interviewed her, I asked her that this division that is happening, it's looking exactly like what Chhattisgarh happened. She was in charge of Chhattisgarh. She was the Prabhari for Chhattisgarh. And there also what was happening was 2 power centers, and that resulted in trouble. She said, नहीं, वो उधर और भी factors थे, लेकिन यहाँ पे भी factor है. And notice another thing, Navika. Every anchor, every reporter who went to Haryana kept talking to the loudest voices, and the loudest voices were of the Jat community who said, Hooda, Hooda, Hooda. So because it's so much easier to do journalism that way, to listen to the loud voices, it's the silent voter who just quietly went and has given this kind of result.
Just one observation here. Congress was the champion of ABJ politics. Anybody but Jat. Under Bhajan Lal, they actually consolidated 35 biradaris and constantly trumped Devi Lal-led Jat factions. Now, Congress is championing the Jat faction, and it's the non-Congress formation which is now consolidated the entire
I want to come to the other bigger question which has national ramifications and ramifications for Congress's blueprint in other states. Number one, the freebie politics. Number 2, again targeting only Modi, 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 Modi all the time. Number 3, in Haryana to talk about Adani, Ambani, because it's an industrialized state. Jobs come from corporates that are working there, and many corporates work out of Haryana. Freebies, profligacy, Is that something also, or are we only talking caste?
You're right. There are 3 or 4 factors. Caste is very important. I agree with Sabha on that aspect. The Dalits and the Muslims have continuously stood by Congress. So I think the Congress should think about that. It's the Dalits and Muslims. You know, now Congress is leading. So I think it's something Congress needs to consider very seriously. Number 2, your Ambani, Adani targeting and industrializing. I think what's very important for the Congress student, and I would advise them, is now that we have governments in some states, let's put a model in front of the country. So Modi ji had a model, the Gujarat model. You agree, disagree is fine. And there are a lot of flaws in it. But let's at least now give people a model, say this is our model.
Himachal Pradesh model, Sanjay Jha, where you can't give salaries.
May I just finish? I'll just take 30 seconds. Yeah. But just 30 seconds. I think instead of now just attacking, can we also be a part of a solution? And the last thing, and this is a funny line, but if these results hold true, the Congress seems to have been Chhattisgarh and Haryana. So
well,
Chhattisgarh.
Absolutely, but RP Singh, let me
I lost a bet to RP Singh. On another channel, I promised to take him for dinner in case BJP wins. I have to concede this. At this moment, it looks like I'll be taking him for dinner. On another channel, I lost.
RP Singh, so you've earned not just a state of Haryana, but also a dinner for yourself from Tehseen Poonawalla. But let me ask you, is it only caste combination, or is it also the policies? The fact that the Congress is only in attack mode, not part of the solution mode as far as its politics is concerned, is that also a factor?
Well, I said earlier also, the beneficiary policies which have been made by the central government and the state government put together, the double engine government, has worked, and also that the continuation of the policies and also the new announcements which have been made by the party in the manifesto, in the Sankalp Patra, people believe that, okay, this party has delivered, this government has delivered, so let's stick on to that. And also, yes, the caste combination seems to have played. And Tehseen, it's not only you. There are many more friends who I'll have a complete week booked for the dinner by many more friends like who were on the various debates yesterday and day before yesterday.
RP
so
Singh,
I'm quite
in your interest, watch your weight. Watch your weight. Maharashtra elections, Jharkhand elections are coming. Some room for that. Have an appetite for some bets winning there as well. Don't give it up all in Haryana. But Sanjay Jha, is it only the caste conundrum? What happens to the caste census demand, the PDA? It's not worked in Haryana, number one. So does the narrative need to change? Does the narrative of batenge to katenge, not in so many words, but Modi said it, Mohan Bhagwat ji said it, Yogi Adityanath has said it, somewhere the Hindu consolidation is back on track? Would you say that, or is it early days for yet? And number 3, the policies, economic policies, and Haryana is the laboratory where economic policies do matter, because पहले bribe करके नौकरियां मिलती थी, so goes the tale that the BJP spoke about. Now it's all on an app, and that's what. I'm coming to him, but first.
Yeah, Navika, I think in terms of what we call as voter freebies, I think all parties have extended themselves in terms of what they offer. Correct. So I think on that we are on a level playing field. Yeah. I will tend to agree with Tehseen to the critical, really the operational variable. How do you manage rebels? How do you choose candidates? How do you allocate your time in your campaign? I think the Congress principally struggles at that last mile, the last mile.
Siddharth, what's the breaking news you have?
The point that I wanted to bring was the fact that the Congress party in its campaign in Haryana made the campaign also about the entire Agniveer scheme. It went around bashing the scheme outright, and that's precisely what Rahul Gandhi did in multiple constituencies that he campaigned in. And both Nayab Singh Saini, the Chief Minister of Haryana, as well as Mr. Amit Shah, during the campaign trail, sought to dispel the notion that people will not remain unemployed once they complete their Agniveer tenures. They'll be, in fact, rehabilitated or recruited into the government quotas as far as the parliamentary as well as the state police is concerned. So that appears to have struck a chord with the population there.
After Lok Sabha, the government made a lot of tweaks in Agniveer, which, so the Agniveer worked in Lok Sabha because those tweaks are not there and there was an insecurity of those 75% people. Those tweaks were made after Lok Sabha, which was not reflected. So what the Congress should have
Well,
said...
the BJP in charge in Jammu and Kashmir joining me on this broadcast this morning. My question to you, sir, the BJP has not done as well as it expected, not just in the valley has the BJP performed badly as expected, but even in Jammu, are the seats up to the expectation?
Look, we are doing on the expected lines. When you say we have not done good in the valley or at other places, it is too early to comment. I was just going through the statistics. People say Umar Abdullah is leading. The counting has to happen for 25 rounds, and only after the third round, people are celebrating as if he has won. They are free to do these things, but we are very confident. We are doing on the expected lines. We are going to form a very competitive and decisive government there. And in the first cabinet meeting of the BJP-led government in Jammu and Kashmir, you will see the decisive decisions for the betterment of the life of the people of Jammu and Kashmir.
Do you see that happening, Sushil Pandit?
You see, I was listening to the other analysis so far that, Congress falls short on backroom management, on constituency level management, on candidate selection, on this, that and the other rebel management. And you mentioned about Yogi Adityanath and Prime Minister making out a larger, bigger call. That bigger picture in this country, election after election, is that the so-called halal vote is shrinking. And if you do not acknowledge that, you will keep facing the drubbing election after election. Congress and other opposition parties are still stuck on that parameter, consolidating secular vote, dividing Hindu vote, and trying to gain an advantage there. It's not going to happen easily elsewhere, like it didn't happen in Haryana. So besides a whole lot of other factors, this so-called bogus secular factor is not going to work anymore, increasingly so in election after election.
But J&K shows that even if the BJP now gets 28, what you're showing, plus the PDP, plus every independent, even then they are trailing behind JKNC and the Congress. So while the BJP person is showing a little confidence that yes, they will form the government, it looks highly unlikely, and it looks like it's going to be Omar who is going to be Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir.
Well, that's clearly the writing on the wall right now.